to the Great Minds Podcast. This is Derrick.
This is Vaughn.
And we had to chop it up, man. A lot of drama going on.
For real, and crazy week.
Yeah, sports, entertainment, all that. So we're gonna get into a few topics that have been happening lately. Later on, actually, one thing I forgot, I want to talk about a little bit of TV, a couple shows coming up, couple things I've been watching as well. But let's tap into Jon Gruden, man. I got a lot of text messages, a lot of calls, a lot of conversation at work about Jon Gruden being a Raiders fan and all that. I mean, I heard it came out. What was it, like last Friday? I think it came out. And at the time, I thought they should have suspended him for the game. Only because like it's late in the week. I felt like, it was going to be a distraction with him on the sideline. We lost the game. We came out flat. I'm not blaming it necessarily on that, but I'm figuring as a player, especially like an African American, it's got to be on your mind a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I know he addressed the team about the statements he made like that, but like there's always something in you that start, like when somebody says that, you start to like backtrack on certain things they said, or you start to look at them sideways or whatever the case is. So I'm glad he resigned, got fired, whatever you want to call it, because it was just going to be a circus the rest of the season.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really think nothing about it. I didn't really care about it, honestly, because I didn't think he didn't get fired because of the racial comments, man. He got fired because of the other stuff. Like you know what I'm saying? If it was just been the racial comments or whatever, and since they're racial comments, I guess you can say, he would still have his job.
Right.
Like they wouldn't have cared. They would suspend him, like you said. Like they should have did for the game or two, pay a little fine, do an apology or whatever. This was 11 years ago. So then it's like, all right, this is over 11 years ago. Why these emails come up? So I'm thinking like, all right, who dug them up? Why? There's a reason behind that. Like, and he's in Mark Davis didn't know about this before, whatever.
Oh yeah,
they're good friends, right?
Right.
So how does it get dug up? I'm thinking that might be something else to where they wanted to get out of that 10-year contract.
Well, you know how it came up.
You know what I'm saying? How come up?
They were investigating the Redskins football team.
Oh yeah, the Redskins football team. Yeah.
Yeah, and they they're going through like the sexual harassment stuff, and then he had an email just in there. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things, like whatever you do, or if you're doing something wrong, like it's always gonna catch up to you. Like,
yeah,
if they were investigating the Seahawks, it wouldn't have came up. You know what I'm saying?
He caught out there.
Yeah, he just happened to be like in a mix of emails. It's like you looking for something, and they're like, "Yo, what's this?" You know what I'm saying? Like they weren't even looking for that.
Yeah, the crazy thing to me is that how people are like I'm surprised or I'm appalled. Like I'm not appalled, man. Like it's what happens all the time. Like this isn't something that's like, oh my God, Jon Gruden. Nah, like I mean, pretty sure he said a few things in the past. I heard what he said. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't like, even what he said, I wasn't like, this is crazy. I was kind of like, all right, I was actually expecting more. You know what I'm saying? I was expecting to hear some crazy come out. So when I heard what it was said, with the reference about the DeMaurice Smith, whatever, I'm like, all right, whatever. And then I'm telling you, it was the whole other stuff, like the whole
I got you.
The homophobic stuff. You know what I'm talking about? That's what it is. And the funny thing is that Chappelle talked about that before, and right before this came out, Chappelle had that special that aired about that same exact thing.
Right.
So it's kind of ironic how everyone was bashing him for saying, or still bashing him, whatever you want to call it, about him doing his stand-up. He's saying exactly what transpired with the Rays in a nutshell.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's crazy to me though, but I mean, that's a whole nother show.
Yeah, I think when you're dealing with situations like that, like you don't want to like fire the person like the second. You always gotta give the person a benefit of the doubt. You always gotta get the context.
Yeah.
But with that being said, like that's a situation where you suspend them with pay or suspend them without pay. Let give yourself time to digest it as well. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I guess once you start saying that, I know he had some comments about females and a whole bunch of other stuff in there too. So
Yeah.
He backed himself in the hole. And then like Mark Davis didn't even really come out with a statement. Like that's
Yeah,
the thing that was crazy to me. Like Derek Carr, Josh Jacobs said more than he did. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, cause he's like, yo, whatever. He's gonna push you to the NFL, cause like you got all the
Right.
emails. I only saw 11.
Yeah.
Like so, whatever you saying, you know what I'm saying, got to be something else. Ask them. So I think what he's doing is, it sounds crazy, but I think in a way he's trying to get that dirt off the team. He's
Yeah.
saying like, yo, like y'all got more stuff than we do, and he decided to resign based on what you guys had. Like, why are you asking me the questions? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I think in a roundabout way, he's handling it the best way he can handle it. But he should have definitely say something about it. But I mean, what do you really say? That's like, and also that's his man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So
yeah, no doubt. But your
what do you really
response
do?
can't be the NFL has all the answers. Like, come
Oh
on,
no, no, no doubt. But that would, if he said anything else, it would be unrated. Like,
right? That's the
you know what
company
I
line.
mean?
That's the
Like
company
that's,
line.
yeah, and that's basically how the Raiders maneuvered throughout. Even when Al Davis was there, the reason why they were so, like, not I'm not saying feared, but they were outlaws. So they
Yeah,
did everything against the grain. So they did things because they wanted to do it. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So for him to take that back, kind of like start copping please, is not the Raiders style. So he's like, yo, it is what it is, type of thing.
yeah.
Like,
First,
well, I want to expect anything less.
first team to hire a black coach too. So they always
Yep. First hire a black coach. First to hire a Hispanic coach, and won two bowls with that coach. What's the man name? Something Flores. Yo, I forgot. Please forgive me, but it was before we were born, I think. but something Flores. He was the first Hispanic coach to win. You know what I'm saying? So, they about doing certain things, but I think the fact that Gruden was his man, he kind of turned a black eye, or
yeah, he want to
shut
hang
his
him.
eyes to certain things. He didn't want to hang him, and he didn't want to. He probably saw signs and stuff, but again, if he's sending messages to people, anyway, he wild. That's like an old head thing to send messages on like some work stuff to like
Yeah,
Bill Polian or whoever he was talking to, whatever. It's like, yo, why would you even put that in the email for work? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shows you his mindset. This is when he's working with Monday Night Football.
right.
So he's probably thinking like, I'm never going back to the league. You feel me? Like I'm not going back to the league anytime soon. So whatever. Like, well, why are you sending it to the
Why you
Redskins
putting
email address?
Why you putting it in writing? That's the whole thing.
Word up. That should have been like some verbiage you say on the side or something like that. Like, yo, you know what I mean? I'm not saying you should say it anyway, but at least there's no tracking it back to you.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? He just did some old man stuff, man. See,
So
technology get old people hemmed up all the time.
right. I'm hoping we could hire either Eric Bieniemy or I like Todd Bowles too. So
Oh no, you don't get a black coach.
yeah,
Play
yeah,
like that. You don't get a
and
black coach.
I think Eric Bieniemy is perfect. He's in the division. You know as much about him as you possibly can. I
Right.
heard Bieniemy, the reason he didn't get a job, he don't interview well. He probably be in there stuttering.
Get all nervous and stuff. Yo, probably he probably interviewed like trash, but then
Go
but then
ahead.
some people are just meant to be workers and not leaders, right? So it's
Right.
like
Yeah.
not to be a boss, I should say. Not I won't say a leader, but maybe he just not everybody can be a head coach, yo. Like you can be
Yeah,
the
no
best
doubt.
coordinator in the world. He's a great coordinator, but it might not be coaching. Head coach might not be his thing. You know what I'm saying? So
Be
they're
in
gonna take a
it,
chance on him.
be in
See what
it,
happens.
in the interview shaking.
Word up, yo. Sounding crazy in there. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know why he gets so nervous, but he been in the league forever.
Right.
But it is what it
But
is,
him, I
man.
like
But
Todd Bowles too. So
yeah, I think he's gonna get another chance, man. I think, it's gonna be a minority coach that they're gonna get. But Mark Davis be acting funny with that though. So you know how the whole Rooney rule, how he called him Marvin Marvin
Lewis.
Marvin Lewis for no reason. Just like, yo,
So the strength.
come through on the stream. He didn't get the job, but whatever.
I never been a fan of that rule. I understand it. I understand
Yeah, the,
it.
the rule's like a slap in the face.
Yeah, it's just kind of like I don't know. I guess it forces you to put a candidate in front of you. But
But the problem is that it's the intention of the rule is great,
yeah, absolutely.
but in theory it's perfect. But when you look and put it to real life situations, these are all billionaires that own these teams. They're billionaires because they don't want anybody telling them what to do, right? So you're telling them that you gotta interview a minority candidate. Like, yo, say my candidate is this dude right here. like a white guy. Like, why can't I just pick him? You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're making me do that, now I'm making that black coach or that Spain coach, whatever, go through the hoops and not getting the job. You know what I'm saying? What's the point? You know what I'm saying? So, like, if I was in the NFL, like, I wouldn't even go for this job. So I know I'm going to get it. Have a hot chance to get it. Like, why would I even go for the interview? Legit chance. Yeah, legit chance. That's what I'm saying. Like, but it's a crazy rule. But I mean, I don't know, man. They got to figure something out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Yeah, Peace Gruden. We ain't gonna see him for a while. I took him out of the ring of fame, ring of honor at Tampa Bay. He took him out.
Yeah, he finished, man.
Finished, but I don't think he cares though. I mean, it's like whatever. I mean, he probably cares.
He won't go out like that. Like you want to have, you want to have options.
Yeah, but like he got a Super Bowl. He caked up. Like he don't care. Like it's one of those things. He's like, yo, in 10 years. No one's gonna talk about that like that in 10 years.
But like the type of guy Gruden is, like Gruden's a guy that likes attention. Gruden's a guy that likes being in the forefront, and he's not gonna have that opportunity anymore. So some of that is worth more than money to some people.
But all he gotta do is get a radio show, start a pod, and he'd be straight.
All right, good luck.
Because he's gonna have people following him, you know that.
Oh yeah, for sure. So, well.
Good luck to him.
Good luck to him, man. You can't be racist out front in 2021, man. It's crazy.
But it's crazy though. The thing is though, do you think he's racist though?
Nah, I ain't gonna say he's racist. I should say that you can't say racist comments and expect to.
And that's the thing that's crazy to me because I don't think he's racist, yo. Like,
no, because you know what? Honestly, we've all said something like in a joking manner about other things and stuff like that. But I just think when you put it in an email and you have time to type it and look at it, that's like a different. Like he really thought his lips. He really thought his lips look like that though.
Like Michelin tires, yo.
Like, come on, man.
My man probably was typing, laughing, and put it, and then hit send. Was like whatever. Like he like. I'm telling you, yo, it's the curse for older people, yo.
Yeah.
When it comes to the technology, they don't get it sometimes. Like they don't understand. Like, yo, you can't put that there. He's probably thinking he's sending a text.
He wasn't even that old when he sent it though. That was 10 years ago.
Yo, he was like what?
45? They ain't that old.
That's not that old, but think about this though, as far as technology goes, right? So like our generation is totally different than other generations, and the same going to be for
like
our kids.
Our 45 is different than when he was 45.
Exactly. Our 45 been taking text messages to the face since we were 18.
Yeah, right.
19, 20. So we understand how that worked. He's probably on his phone sending this stuff, and probably like, yo, I'm probably am I sending a text message? You ever send a message to someone older, and they're like, yo, I sent you a message. You're like, oh, a text? Like, nah, email. Like, what? Like, I'm not checking my email like that. Send me a text. Like, he could got twisted of what he was sending. You know what I'm saying? To what platform he was using. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think he would have put that in an email, really.
Right.
He probably was and the dude he emailing is old as hell too. So it ain't like he emailing like us. Like, yo, like, what are you doing? Like, nah, fam, delete that right now. It's already out there anyway, but yo, delete it right now. For real. Should I recall that message?
Yeah, man. It's finished. It's out there.
Word.
So Chappelle, I'll let you tap in first. What you got?
Chappelle, it was great. Well, he's one of my favorite comedians anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I just like his style of the art form, how he sets his joke up. All his jokes is like, it's not always meant to be funny. It's something behind everything he's saying, and the way he sets up his jokes and his storyline is crazy. Like, and I think what people don't understand, that's how Dave Chappelle always been, and the fact that he's trans, LBGT plus. It's mad. I don't know how. What's the right terminology for that? Did I say it right?
LBG. I don't know.
He's mad long, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, we know.
Like they came after him hard, and I don't understand why. Because if you watch it and you really watch what's going on, he not one time said anything violent about anything.
Right.
He didn't say harm anybody. He didn't say anything like that. He never ever said like that, anything like that. And what he's comparing to is the black plight and in their plight, how they have gone further and get more love than, I'm not saying black people in general, but than our movement, the black movement.
And he was
Like you
saying
can
in less time too.
in less time. So he's like, yo, that's crazy. So it's like he said the baby thing. It's totally true. Like we got music, misogynist music, shooting each other, this, that, selling drugs to our own community, and the record sales score. Everyone loves it. The moment you make someone feel uncomfortable within that community,
Yeah.
they want to come and take you down. It's like, yo, because you felt uncomfortable, people are dying. Now, again, people will die in their community as well. We know that, but he's not even promoting that. So I think people just miss, and I think some of them are just, piggybacking off of other people. You know what I'm saying? I think it's kind of sad, but it's the world we live in, though.
Right.
How about you?
I didn't finish all of it. I saw like half of it. I kind of left off when he was talking about like, I think he was talking about the the trans woman he was about to fight or something like that.
Yeah. They did fight.
They did fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think, and I always felt like comedians always got to pass for stuff anyway, like regardless of what it was. But like, apparently that's not the thing. And like what he was saying, like he said, the fight is like, they've come farther. I think part of it is too, they just go so hard too. A lot of times we fighting against each other. You know what I'm saying? Not physically, but like, somebody's trying to do something. They be like, oh, who's this dude? Malcolm X? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you get people saying stuff like that, like, oh, this dude want to be Martin Luther King. And it's like, we always like, clowning each other over certain things. So a lot of the time, I think that's part of it too. But it is funny to say, like, from a comedian standpoint, like, yo, like, how do we do it, man? School us, let us know how you getting that done. But he has some great analogies. He has some great points. I always call Dave's comedy, I always call this like funny social commentary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's basically what it is. He kind of reminds me of like, look at some of the older, like you ever seen, like, y'all watch the Dick Gregory?
Yeah, I'm about to say that. Yeah, Dick Gregory.
Thing. That's basically with Dave Chappelle. If you look at Dick Gregory, was like when he was younger, was like Dave Chappelle, vice versa.
Right.
You could say,
yep.
Like the way they would, it's social commentary, but it's funny. Like he's saying real stuff that's really, 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 truly going on. And if you sit back behind the jokes and listen to what he's saying, you get it. And I think people just don't have time to do that. They just so reactive on certain things, and I don't think it matters. Like we're in like this super sensitive society where you get crucified for having an opinion about something that's different than someone else's.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't mean that you hate someone because you have a different opinion of it. You know what I'm saying? Like you see when he said like about the Beyond Meat stuff. Like,
see, I didn't get that far.
Like you watch it, like he's saying real stuff, and it's like you think about it, and it's kind of true. It makes you laugh, but it's all cultures get made fun of, right? It's all races get made fun of, whether it's Asian, whether it's white, whether it's black, Hispanic, get made fun of, and nobody says pull this down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No one said I don't want this, but as soon as that gets attacked, you get hammered. I just don't understand it. Like I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So it's weird, but I mean, no one really cares because he's still gonna eat, and he doesn't care.
Anybody canceling Dave Chappelle? Like, there's no way.
Yeah, and he actually made it made it better. Like my whole thing is people come to comedy shows nowadays. It seems like to be offended. Like you should have to actually sound like an NDA. Walk in like, yo, you don't gotta come on this show. Like I'm not paying you to come see me perform. You're paying to see me perform. You know what I do. You know what I talk about. So how you gonna get there and be offended at what I say at my show?
Right.
Yo, you don't gotta watch the show. You can leave. Like you don't gotta be here. So like, why would you come to not have fun at a comedy show?
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it. Like people mindset is crazy.
Yeah, I always felt like I said, I always felt comedians should get a pass anyway. You know what I'm saying? If you're just a regular dude on the street talking crazy like that, then you got what's coming to you. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Your job's to entertain, and you're entertaining.
That's it. I mean, if you don't like it, you gotta watch it. It's just like music or anything else, TV, whatever. So
like Joe Rogan goes hard. I don't really listen to Joe Rogan's show, but he got like over 2 million whatever like subscribers or something like on Spotify. I heard like
Yeah.
he go in, you know what I'm saying? And Joe Rogan is like totally, he's a comedian too, but he's totally against the grain with everything. Like I think he might have been a Trump supporter for a little bit. I'm not sure. I'm not sure everything. I'm gonna put any words in his
You
mouth, but
got
I
a
know
lot of
he don't
dope.
believe.
You got a lot of dope segments. I never watched the full show, but he's
Yeah,
got like it's by anything, animals, whatever.
but that's what I'm saying. Like he's so different though. But even he gets crucified for certain things. I was watching something today, a show, and they would because he caught COVID, but don't believe in getting the vaccine, and then said, I think he had Dr. Sanjay Gupta on the show. They were going back and forth in a real good conversation. I didn't see it, but I kind of saw snippets of it. 3 hours, and he's like, "Yo, nah, if you're fully healthy, you don't need to get the vaccine. Just catch COVID and you be all right, right?" So, and your body build immunity for it, and you be good, right? So, the people that was reviewing what they said was like, "Yo, that's stupid. Why would we listen to that?" And I'm like, "Yo, that's the first problem when people don't agree with someone. Someone always calls it stupid,
Right.
or they don't want to talk about it. It's like, yo, he feels a certain way. You gotta agree with it. Just respect it and keep it moving. Like I don't care what someone says. Like it doesn't really affect me. You know what I'm saying? But people feel like if your opinion is different, automatically they attack you. You know what I'm saying? Which I think is corny. I don't know
Right.
when that started happening, but it's happening.
All right. All right. Kyrie.
Kyrie,
My
killer
man,
Kai.
yeah, Killer Cat. Um,
Uh,
I have
yeah,
I have no issue with what he's doing. I mean, your
yeah,
body, your choice. The Nets made the announcement that he's not going to be with the team until he's fully, which I understand.
yep.
It's like, there's like I think it was a 26-day stretch. He would only be able to play with them 5 games.
That
So
sounds crazy.
yeah, so it's just like at that point you can't practice. So at
Yeah,
that point, like, what are you really doing? With that being said, he's still getting half his salary because they can only deduct from the road the home games.
mm-hmm.
So he's still on pace to make, I don't know, 19 million or whatever half his salary is. Um, I just think at a certain point, because this rule is not going to go away. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
at a certain point, he's got to decide whether he wants to play basketball or not. That's really
true.
it. Because like they already, they were supposed to extend him, but they're not doing that, which makes sense.
Oh nah, hell no.
Yeah. But like I mean, eventually he's got to make a decision. It's not like they're gonna pull back this mandate. It is what it is at this point.
Yo, here's a list of professional athletes from some key sports that aren't vaccinated, right? So you have Kyrie, of course, is like the poster child, I guess you could say right now. But Bradley Bill is not, Michael Porter Jr. is not, and Jonathan Isaac is not from Orlando Magic. In the NFL, you have a lot of Buffalo Bills aren't vaccinated, including Gabriel Davis, Vernon Butler, and Cole Beasley, right?
Mm-hmm.
And quarterbacks, you have Carson Wentz, and you have some dude named Kellen Mond. That's a backup
Kirk
quarterback,
Cousins
right?
too, right? Or did he end up getting it?
I think he might have got it. He's not on
Okay.
this list, but I think he might have got it. And then I think Lamar Jackson right now, he didn't give his status on it, right? All
He
right.
had, he
So
had he had COVID twice. He don't even need a vaccine.
my man, Sue, word up. My thing about this is crazy because I think it's all a media thing, man. Like to see people kind of just start attacking this dude for making a decision, right? Like I don't care from your ESPN to your Fox Sports, whatever. It's all corny to me. Like I know you might have a slow, like just because it's a story, it seems like they want clickbait and they want to run after the story instead of having empathy on telling the story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. I don't understand. Like a dude like Nick Wright is like he doesn't blah 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 blah. I'm like, yo, you never been in his predicament, and it's his choice. Now, granted, I agree it's a team sport, so by you not being vaccinated, you have different restrictions that you could be away from the team. I get that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not sitting there judging him for doing that.
Right.
Like that's his right. You know what I'm saying? And I think people don't understand that. I think they need more empathy on it. And I think because of the team sport, you got to do what you got to do. The Nets did the right thing. He's doing the right thing for himself. That's all that should matter. No one else cares. Like I don't care what he does. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really. I don't care either way. Whatever happens. just like in in the real world. But the crazy thing about it is that they're acting like by you getting the vaccine, you still can't get COVID or pass COVID.
Mm-hmm.
That's the part that's crazy to me because they're acting like this. If I know you have a certain different set of rules, if you aren't vaccinated, you can't like eat with your team, like a lot of crazy things you can't do. Now
Right.
New York and Cali are having the restrictions where you can't work. The work thing. I get that, right? But in general, you can have a whole team that's vaccinated and still catch COVID.
Right.
So then when that happens, what happens? You know what I'm saying? Like then what do you say? Then what can you really say about that? You know what I'm saying? So people were judging him. So when that does happen, because it's gonna happen,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So when it does happen, what's gonna be the excuse then? What are you gonna say then? Because they're gonna be like, well, this guy followed all the rules. You know what I mean? He's been vaccinated. He's doing this. He's doing that, and then he spread it, and then the whole team shut down. So what's going to be the, you know what I'm saying? So I think the way they're trying to spin it is making it seem like, as we know, if you're smart, you know this, like the vaccination just makes you get lesser symptoms if you do catch COVID, right?
Yep.
But it's not saying you're not going to catch it. So it's like people that have a brain understand that, but the way they're spinning it on TV is like, this is going to stop you from catching it. It's like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing that goes back and forth with everybody saying like, yo, you're mandating this. I get it because you're your own business, but you can't get mad if someone doesn't want to do it. Now, if you want to trade that person or put them on the on the bench or send them home, you have that right, and he knows that, and we all know that. You know what I'm saying? Not knocking you for that, but don't knock him for not wanting to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's not even
that's the part I don't like about it.
And it's not even an NBA rule. It
Yeah,
just happens to be where he's
the New
playing.
York rule. Yeah, that's all it is. So it's one of those things where it's like it's unfortunate for him. I think that this is gonna be now. I don't look at him as like a martyr or nothing like that. People be wilding with that. Like he ain't no martyr. Like you get 17 mil, you good. Like I ain't nothing like that. But I think the way the media is running with it is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Nets are him. Nets are handling it right. They're handling it right. You know what I'm saying?
This is a long. He's consistent with what he's always done, though, right?
Yeah, that's his MO.
You know what I'm saying? We may not like it. We may think it's weird, but like he always does this. He's always on this type of time. You know what I'm saying? So
Sure.
he's consistent with it. It's his body, it's his choice. He's still getting 17, 18 million dollars. I'm not mad at him at all.
Word up. And then the Nets just move on. And I think what's gonna happen though, I personally think that I think I was watching what is it Undisputed, and they were saying like, yo, he's kind of back against the wall because he can't get the vaccine right now. Like if he was to go get the vaccine right now, everybody's like, yo, what was the whole point of the whole the whole whatever last month's saga you were going through? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he got to kind of wait to do it if he wants to do it.
Well, you can always
You know what
say
I mean?
like I wasn't ready to do it. You know what I'm saying? But like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
honestly would not be surprised if he doesn't get it and he just retires. He just seems like you think of guys like I can't even think off the top of my head, but like
He said he won't retire though.
you say will not.
He said I'm not. He said no way I'm retiring any of that stuff.
Okay. All right.
I think what's going to happen to your point though. I'll let you get back on what you were saying is that it's going to force his hand either way, and I think he's going to be blackballed because of that. Because I think it's not going to go away.
Well, you
He's
can't
not
trade
going
him.
to do it. They can't trade him, but they can just release him after this year.
You still got to pay him.
But he signed an extension.
No, I
He
think
did, right?
I think he has one. I think he may actually he might be a free agent after this year. So they might
I
be
think he might be
somebody.
a free. Yeah.
It might just be somebody else's problem.
Yeah, yeah, but if the problem's in Philly, you good.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? If
That's what.
you're in Philly, you ain't got to worry about that. But the thing is, I think it was saying like, yeah, you can't eat. Like it's some restriction that keeps you away from the team, though. Like
Well, it's the
if
same
you're not,
restriction.
you know what
It
I
was
mean?
the same restrictions before the vaccine came out. So like,
But I don't understand. That's the crazy thing to me. And I don't. Maybe I'm just not getting it. I don't understand why it should be the same restrictions. Like if you're playing like if you're in the smaller like I don't know, man. It's like if you're a 20 man, roster or team, counting the coaches, right? Maybe 20, 23, right? 25 maybe most, right? Like around like a team. It doesn't fully matter though. Like we all gotta take the same precautions. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't sweet because I got a shot. That's what I'm saying. Like it's not like that. Like it ain't sweet like that. Like the same thing Kyrie's doing, I should be doing. Like until we get everything,
Well,
everything straight.
unless they're saying they want to protect the non-vaccinated players.
Then they saying that, and then Kyrie will fall underneath that. Gotcha.
Yeah,
That's
because
probably what they're saying. We're
because
gonna
it's like
protect the non-vaccinated players.
if KD and Harden are chilling and they catch it, in theory, they're not going to get as sick. You know what I'm saying? So I think it can say, all right, it's two things, and I'll tell you what I think the true meaning is. They can say they're trying to protect the unvaccinated player, but what they're doing indirectly is backing somebody against the wall. Like, yo, I can't, like, you isolating them, you doing everything to make their life miserable, basically. But like, Kyrie doesn't care though. It doesn't work with him.
It doesn't work with him.
Andrew Wiggins got the next appointment.
Yeah, Wick was like, let me get that J&J joint.
Yeah, man.
He wild out.
Yo,
He took the easiest way out. Like, give me that one shot. Give me that flu shot. He wanted the flu shot. He's like, give me the flu shot.
Give me the one that's 40% accurate.
Word up, yo. Like, why would you even do that? That's causing blood clots, allegedly, or whatever it's doing.
Yeah. So, but like I said, like that doesn't work. That doesn't work for Kyrie. It doesn't, like, he doesn't, you know. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a bad kid, right? Like everybody, you tell a kid like, yo, if you do this, you know, I'm gonna suspend you from school, right? Most kids are gonna fall in line from there. Kyrie is like, I don't care. My mom, I'm not gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, but the crazy thing about it is that Kyrie always been kind of flaky to me from the rip, right? But this is something that is flaky. It's selfish
I don't think this one is flaky though.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's flaky in theory. I'm saying, like in the big grand scheme of things, but it goes with his MO. So I think this is less flaky than anything he's ever done.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And people are acting like this dude is an antichrist. But it's like yo, it's basketball. First of all, it ain't life. It's just his life is basketball. Right. If you don't want to get a shot, cool. Don't get the shot. But like we talked about last week. Yo, but there's rules. There's repercussions. He knows it too. Like, yo, you can't be on the team right now. All right, I feel you. Give my 17 million. I come home when I get my stuff together. I might take the shot when I feel more comfortable. Cool. That's all you gotta do. Like, it should be. But the way the media is blowing it up, like people, I think because like and Stephen A is the worst for this, man. Like I know people. I didn't really watch his rant on Kyrie. I heard about it. I
didn't watch it either.
Yo, it's like he's been extra forever. And it seems like now
it's entertainment, man.
I know, but I think when does entertainment step over the line, yo? Like when you call somebody's decision stupid, or if you don't understand, like I said before, you don't understand somebody and it's like that's dumb, and you're yelling, like it's different, man. Like I don't know why you should be that passionate about
what he does with his body. Something.
Yeah, like it's different. Like if I'm doing something to you, yeah, I get it. But this is me. Like I'm not affecting you in any way. Maybe you can't write about anything. You have nothing to talk about. But that's the one thing I don't like about it, man. But I think Kyrie's hold his head, keep doing his thing, and I don't think he's gonna play this shit. Yo, he gonna come back like Uncle Drew. He'll be old as hell.
All right,
trying to get a run.
So, all right. So we got, I guess, top
NBA?
5. Yeah, that's
the teams or
NBA. I don't really. I mean, honestly, I'm thinking I kind of want to wait for predictions. NBA is just so weird because, I think if I had to pick the team, assuming health, I think the Nets can win it with or without Kyrie. To be honest with you,
they don't need him. That's why he sent him home.
Yeah, I think they can win it with or without Kyrie. I would say they're the favorites, whether they have him or not. But the NBA, and we saw it last year. It's like it's going to come down to who's most healthy. Like there's probably it's like 4 or 5 teams I think could potentially win it.
Yeah.
But it's gonna come down to health as always. So like when I see people like, oh, this is gonna, it's just so hard to say.
I think the NBA is the easiest to predict though. Like meaning like you got less people involved, right? Again, barring health, right? I think like football. I don't really watch baseball, but baseball a little tougher. I would assume football is kind of tough too because
A
you
single
know,
elimination.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's really like you get hot, and I think like whatever when we get to our football, um, top five in football, that could fluctuate. Like it doesn't really matter right now. You know what I'm saying? So, but basketball, I think you can go in before the season. Go, if this team is healthy, they can go. They can win it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
like
yeah.
the Nets can win it. I think LA got a good shot as long as they got LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta be healthy though, of course. And LeBron can carry so much. But honestly, I don't like the way they playing right now. I watched a few preseason games. I'm gonna watch again tonight. It's preseason, I get it, but it seems like a little discombobulated. Like they trying to figure it out, but I don't know. LeBron can figure it out. AD can figure it out, right? But then you got Melo and Westbrook trying to figure it out.
I'm
I
not even
don't
worrying
know.
about. I'm not even worrying about Melo because like Melo's a complimentary piece. Like if Melo don't pan out, you just don't have to pay him. I mean, you just don't have to play him.
Oh yeah, true.
You know
But
what I'm
yeah, you
saying?
see the
Like,
game. You see the game last other night when
nah,
he
I don't even
started.
watch. I barely watch regular season, so I haven't
Yo,
even been watching. I saw highlights.
my man
I,
would not got the He took the first 7 shots, yo.
I
But
can't
it
believe
wasn't. But it wasn't even in the flow of the game.
that's
Yeah,
what he
it
does
wasn't a.
though. That's
But
what he
I think
does.
But I think you can't do that like with LeBron and AD. Like, and then Westbrook is not being Westbrook because he's trying to control himself. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the worst thing you can do for somebody like him because he's
that's what makes it.
reckless. That's what makes him great.
That's what
You know
makes
what I
him. Yeah,
mean?
right.
So he's trying like, all right, do I go? I want to go fast break, but these old heads ain't gonna run with me. So let me let me chill. Like he's like in between, and plus he's an LA kid, so he
Right.
got more pressure on him, and he can't hit a three consistently. You know what I'm saying? Like a consistent point guard, like shoot threes. And you got LeBron had like 7 turnovers in the first half, yo. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? I mean, it's preseason, oh, cool, but LeBron don't be doing that. I don't care preseason or not. Like he don't be having 7 turnovers in the first half. AD looking like he just how it goes. So I'm like, I want to see LA and Brooklyn in the finals. I want to see
Good.
that.
I think
I think
everybody
that's what
does.
everybody wants to see. It's perfect TV. Everything is there, but I I don't know, man. I see those two ideally, but I like Utah.
I like
I
Milwaukee
like
too, man.
I
Like
like
people,
no. I think Milwaukee. If the Nets, I think Milwaukee should be the favorites. Like why aren't they the favorites? Like they should be the favorite. I
because
don't care who got what.
they wouldn't have won if the Nets had Kyrie or Harden. That's why they're not the favorites, is what I'm saying. Assuming health.
Yeah, but Kyrie and Harden and KD played like 10 games together. Oh yeah,
That's why I
like you
said
know what I'm saying?
that's why I said assuming health.
Yeah. So all right, and then Harden can get hurt, but I still think Milwaukee can beat. I think Milwaukee got what it takes to beat um the Nets with Harden and KD.
I guess you ain't
'Cause I
watched it.
think
I guess you ain't watched the playoffs before Kyrie stepped on those size 21s.
oh yeah,
Bud was about to get fired.
but he ain't here. Kyrie ain't playing.
Yeah. Well, I think
I know. I
I and you think if KD didn't wear size 19, if he was size 17, they would have went to the chip.
yeah.
Probably won it.
All right, Harden gonna have a soft tissue injury like he
All
always
right.
has. A hamstring.
If somebody gets injured, yeah, I agree with you.
Cause Harden eating too many. He gonna be eating too many lemon pepper wings and going to strip clubs, and then he gonna get hurt, man. This always happens, man. He partying with little baby, man. He ain't worried about that. You know what I'm saying? But now I see those two teams. Now I have Milwaukee. The Milwaukee still should be in the running. And I like Utah. I like the way Utah plays, man. I hate Utah in general because of Karl Malone and them back in the day. But I like the way this Utah team plays. They play tough.
So, all right. So we'll wrap up top five NFL teams. I'll just run down mine 5-3-1.
All
Um,
right.
for fifth, I got the Rams. I got Tampa Bay honorable mention, but since the Rams beat them, I'm gonna go with them. and this could change every week because the NFL is
Oh
just.
yeah, yeah, of course.
I think that got a lot of parity. At 4, I got Baltimore. I just I like the way they playing. I think Lamar Jackson is showing people he could really pass the ball a lot better now. And I think what people are figuring out about Lamar Jackson is like if you take the title quarterback away, like he's just a playmaker. I mean, we never
Yeah.
see he's not Michael Vick. That's a lazy comparison. So don't call him Michael Vick because he can pass way better than Vick. I mean, he runs like Vic, but like I just think he does certain things so well, and like they're gonna figure him out. Like if you figure him, he's in the 4th year, you're not gonna figure him out until he gets slower.
Yeah, yeah. I think that one he had last week was key for him. I didn't even watch it, but him to come back like that, I think it was whenever he came back Monday night
Yeah,
maybe. That
and
was dope to
that
see
was
him do
all
that.
that was always the knock on him, like that he couldn't make like he couldn't play from behind. You
Yeah.
know, they lost their top 3 running backs. They got like dudes off the street still winning. Their defense is not playing well.
But you know, no one cares until he does that in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Like you know what I'm saying? I think what he did on Monday was great for him and for everyone. I
right.
mean, he don't care what everybody else thinks, but for the perception of him, I think that was really dope. But he gotta prove that in the
Yeah,
playoffs, man. Like he's gonna get a little tight. He's gonna play a better team like the Colts. The Colts supposed to be a playoff team. They're looking like trash right now. Like as far as like you know in the playoffs, you know it's early, but in the playoffs, teams play a little differently. Like it's
yeah,
different. You know what I'm saying? So it gets a little tighter. Everything you playing against the better teams per se. So that comeback ain't gonna happen that sweet like that. You know?
right. All right, so I got Arizona number 3. 5-0, just playing well, and I think
Yeah.
their defense is like good enough too. Like they
Hmm.
only need with how explosive their offense is right now. They only need like a top 10, top 12 defense. I got the Chargers
Yeah.
number 2. Looking crazy on offense. Mike Williams is just having a huge year. Keenan Allen is solid as as they go. Austin Eckler playing out of his mind. And Herbert, man, he the next great quarterback in the mix. At least
He
I won't
nice.
call him great yet, but like he's the next guy looking to ascend. I feel like.
Nah, yo, he does things that a lot of these dudes ain't doing. Like the way he
Yeah.
surveys and they say he's a real smart dude. I get into it on my countdown, but yeah, I
Yeah.
like him a lot.
And then I got Buffalo number 1, man. They
Yep.
playing well. Josh Allen playing well, and I think the biggest thing is like the way their defense is playing. Like if their defense can keep it up like that, they're gonna be tough to beat, man. So
Only thing that stopped them is COVID.
or
You know,
bad,
because a lot of people don't have ain't vaccinated on the team, so
yeah,
that can play a part. You know, like I'm being funny, but I'm being serious. Like that could be in in the playoff run, somebody catch that C19.
but football football is weird because it's like because of the 1 game elimination. Like I'll give you an example. You end up playing like I don't know even know if Tennessee's gonna make the playoffs, but like you end up playing Tennessee, right? First drive, they take like 8 minutes off the clock because they got Derrick Henry. You know, the next drive, like you get a bad snap, another 6 minutes off the clock. Next thing you know, you're down 10-14, nothing. And then like you don't want to get behind on a team like Tennessee.
Yeah,
They
you
got
don't. You're in trouble.
yeah. So I think with football in a single elimination is always tough to say, But
And that's why it's the best playoff, ever. Like because, like really, literally, if you're in the playoffs, you have a chance. Like you can actually win the ball. If you
yeah.
make the
I mean we
playoffs, you got a chance. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? All right. So
So,
my top 5. So I got Baltimore pretty much at number 5. I just like where they're playing right now. It's early because I think we should do this like every week, every couple of
yeah, no doubt.
episodes because I think it's gonna fluctuate like crazy. But Baltimore again, Lamar, doing this thing. Um, I have 4. I have Tampa Bay just because on the strength, just because of what Tom Brady can do. They're really banged up in the secondary,
Hmm.
um, so I think that could be their Achilles heel. But I think that their Tom Brady is good enough to get them, you know, far. I'm not saying they're gonna win the chip again, but I think they can be in the mix because of Brady. Like he'll find a way to get them where they need to be. You know what I'm saying? But they might get knocked out probably like maybe divisional or maybe even championship round. But they'll be around. I have Arizona at 3. You know, Kyler Murray right now to me is the MVP. 49ers, we played them pretty good last week. I think if we had our whole squad, we probably could have called them. Made a few errors, but I like the way they play. I watched like really watch the game and see how they were playing, and I like what they were doing. They got AJ Green and they got D Hop. So that's like really that's crazy. Like people don't realize AJ Green, we thought it was washed pretty much. Like past 3 years doing nothing, but he was hurt. Right. So that's what you gonna do? You gonna double D Hop? Or you gonna single cover AJ? He gonna beat single coverage right now. He's still nice.
That. I mean, he ain't even the second option. You got Christian Kirk too, and Rondo.
Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, I didn't get to that. But I think the thing is though, we've seen this story before. I've seen it with them. Not with AJ Green though, but I've seen that team before. Like being in the same division, seeing them over and over. Kyler Murray does a lot of great things. He's super fast. His accuracy is insane. But he still plays hero ball. Like so he'll still do something. He'll take a 20-yard sack. Like, what are you doing? Like, yeah. But because he can get out of that sometimes. But against like elite defenses, like Bosa had him wrapped up. Like a good defensive line is going to corral that. And I think when you get towards the playoff time, that's going to be the Achilles heel. You know what I'm saying, for him. He got to know how just to take those quick little dump downs and throw it out of bounds. So that's my number 3. Number 2, Chargers right now playing insane. Pretty much everything you said. Herbert is the guy right now. Probably top tier of the young quarterbacks. That's out right there. They say he's very, very cerebral and smart. They said he picked up the whole offense in like a year and a half, like a year. You know what I'm saying? Like he knows the whole offense, like he was like been there for 10. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy. Him being and he's also 6. I think he's 6'3", 6'4", 240. He ain't small.
He like 6'6", bro.
6'6". That's what I'm saying. Those are traits you can't make up. Like you can't teach that. You know what I'm saying? And then number 1, I got the Bills, man. I've been on the Bills bandwagon even since last year. I just think they just got it. Like they got everything to win, except unless COVID knocks them out. Like they got everything to win. Like Josh Allen's crazy. They even running the ball a little better this year. Josh Allen's just picking teams apart and like. He's not even using Diggs that much right now. He's hitting Emmanuel Sanders and hitting Knox. Like he's not even hitting like the dude his guy. So once he started rolling, and one team, they're definitely not in my top 5, but I had to call them out. Is the Chiefs, man? I've been saying about the Chiefs that Mahomes, like when Mahomes was in college, he had a lot of turnovers, and everyone try to figure out why. That's kind of why he kind of dropped a little bit in the draft, whatever, because he had to do so much, and he takes a lot of chances. You know what I'm saying? So when you take more chances, you have more turnovers. You know what I'm saying? So when your defense is bad, he has to take more chances, and he turns the ball over. So that's what's happening with the Chiefs. The defense is atrocious right now. Like right. I don't know how it got that bad. Like I don't know what just happened, but they're terrible. So he's taking more chances, and he's getting picked. You know what I'm saying? A lot more, and I think that's going to continue to happen. Because he's used to being the gunslinger. Like remember, I was like all his plays, some are scripted, but a lot of it is ad lib, where he's like dropping back and doing something crazy. Like no one can do that, and he'll do it. I think now he's not doing it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like those plays aren't touchdowns, so people kind of look at him like not saying like how can I put it like if I throw a crazy pass and I score a touchdown, I'm the hero. If I do a crazy pass and throw a pick. Like yo, what's wrong with you? But it still was a bad pass from the start. But before I made it, this time I didn't. I think you got to take more chances like that, and I think that defense is so bad that the Chiefs are probably going to have they're not going to be a horrible record. They might still make the playoffs, of course, but it's not going to be. It's not going to be like you know what I'm saying. It's not going to be like how we saw the past couple of years. It was like they going to the AFC Championship, they're shooing. Nah, like they're going to go to the playoffs because who knows because. AFC's kind of tough with the teams, right? Like they lose another game.
I think they could go on that. I mean, you remember playing 17 games now too.
Yeah, no doubt. But I'm saying, first having that body, that's gone. They have to go on the road to win every game. But then you got the Chargers that's balling. You have the Bills. We know that. We have Cleveland that's balling. We have who else? I'm trying to think about from the AFC.
It's a lot of 3-2 teams.
Who's in the AFC though? Who else in the AFC? I'm trying to think. I'm drawing the blank.
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
It, it's not as deep as you think. They're gonna be in the playoffs.
That's what I'm trying to think about. I'm trying to think of it as 7 teams or 6 teams.
The whole AFC South is trash.
Right. I have them like a 7-6 seed.
Cincinnati's 3-2, but I mean
they're not bad though. They're not bad, yo.
Nah, they are. I mean they're not.
They should have been 4-1. They should have beat Green Bay last week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but again, this doesn't really matter. Next month is when you know who's who, because right now you got a lot of 2-3, 3-2. You're gonna start seeing who's gonna be what to be like that like 6-2 team or 6-3 team by the end by November. So, but yeah, man, I just think it's kind of crazy how that defense just fell off a cliff like that. I've never seen that before. Right. Like everyone's still there for the most part. It's like, yo, no one really left. You know what I mean? But
take a year sometime for people to fall off. So, but
yeah, but it's just like I don't know. I think what's name's hurt. They do Chris Jones. I think one of their guys is hurt.
Right.
So that might be the reason why you're not getting a push or something like that. But.
Yeah. So all right, man.
Yo, you say you want to tap in shows real quick.
I'm just got the show You comes back out, so I'm gonna check that out.
That's on Netflix, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to starting that this weekend.
Yo, you seen Sopranos movie?
Nah, not yet.
I'm on season 2, episode like 6 of Sopranos. I'm telling you, yo, it's better than The Wire.
I mean, I ain't I ain't gonna argue that. I mean, it's in my top 6 or 7, so I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
So.
Yeah, man, I think we're done.
Yeah. All right. Well, appreciate y'all tapping in. You can find the Great Minds Podcast on Twitter at the Great Minds P1, on IG at the Great Minds Podcast. Appreciate y'all checking in.
Salute. Peace.